Alright, now that we've built a pretty good foundation on how to format cells to make our data easier to read and more organized, in this video we're going to start to add some images and shapes just to grab the user's attention a little bit more. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to insert an image into our spreadsheet. So what we need to do is come up to the Insert tab, and within our Illustrations group we can select Pictures. And from here we have a few different options. We can select an image that is on this computer, but for this example I'm going to search for one online. So I'm going to click Online Pictures. Then we can search for anything we want that has something to do with our spreadsheet. And in this case we're dealing with a report, so I'm going to search for Report Clip Art. And then we can start to scroll to search for a picture that we like. This one looks nice. So I'm going to select this image and click Insert. The image is pretty big right now, so to resize the image, we're going to move our cursor to one of the endpoints of the image until our cursor turns into a diagonal double arrow. And I'm going to click and drag to the appropriate size that I want. So that's about right. And then I'm going to move it up to the top of our report. And this image doesn't look very good against a white background. So what I'm going to do is select our title cell and fill it with a blue and make the text white. And then I'm going to increase the row height a little bit to fit that image that we put in there. There we go. Then I'm going to put the monthly expenses text in the center of the row height. There we go. And now that we have increased the row height a little bit, we have a little bit more room to increase the font size. And one last thing, I'm going to put a bottom border. Let me click out of the cell so we can take a look. And that's looking pretty good. So that's how you insert images. Now I'm going to show you how we can insert shapes. So once again, we're going to go back to the Insert tab, and then we can click the drop down of shapes. Now we're presented with a whole list of shapes that we can choose from. Now I'm going to go down to lines and select this arrow. So let's just say I want to point out the rent expense. I'm going to click and drag to create our shape, and if I let go, we are presented with an arrow. But the arrow looks very thin, small, and is facing the wrong direction. So we need to format this arrow a little bit. So if we click the shape, if you notice, a new tab appears up in the ribbon called Shape Format. And this is where we can edit the format of the shape. So first, let's fix the thickness of the arrow. So we're going to click Shape Outline, go down to Weight, and we can adjust the thickness of the arrow. I think 6 looks good. To change the direction of the shape, we can click on one of the endpoints and drag it to make it face the other direction. And we can move the shape by clicking and dragging the shape and then placing it where we want it. So right about there. And instead of having a blue arrow, I'm going to change this arrow to a red color. So I'm going to come up to the Shape Styles group. Now sometimes shapes have a fill that we can change and an outline that we can change. But technically this shape is a line, so our only option is Shape Outline. If we give that a click, we can adjust the color. So I'm going to select red. And now once a user looks at this report, that arrow really draws their attention to look at the rent expense. So to get more practice in, let's go back to the Insert tab, go to Shapes, and this time let's select a rounded rectangle. And then we can click and drag to create the rectangle to the appropriate size and let go. And the neat thing about shapes is that they can also be text holders. For example, if we double click inside this shape, we can start typing. For example, let's say down the road, the purpose of the shape is that we're going to make it into a button. So we can type in button, And we can format this text just like we format text within the worksheet. We can change the text fill or outline within the Word Art Styles group, or we can come back to our Home tab. Let me just click the actual button itself, and then we can make the button text bold, increase the font size, and center it within the rectangle. We can also apply more formatting to this shape as well. If we go back to the Shape Format tab, we can change the color of the shape by going to Shape Fill and maybe selecting more of a light blue color. And right now there is a dark blue outline, so you can change the outline to a different color or no outline at all. And then we can also apply shape effects. So if you give this a click, we have all these different effects that we can apply: shadow, reflection, glow, and so on. For this example, I'm going to go to Preset and click Preset number 2. This gives the rectangle a little bit more of a beveled look, so it appears more like a button that we could press later. There's also a lot of different properties that come with this shape as well, and we can edit those properties by giving the shape a right click and go to Size and Properties. Here we can adjust the size of the shape, such as height and width, or if we click this arrow next to Properties to expand the properties, we have multiple options to choose from. Currently, one of the properties is set to move and size with cells. So what does that mean? So if I come back to our worksheet and I increase the height of row 3, watch what happens to the button. The button expands as well. So if you don't want your shape to change sizes while you're changing the size of rows or columns, what you want to do is make sure you select either move but don't size with cells, or don't move or size with cells. Let's select the second option first. Move but don't size with cells. So now if I come back to row 3 and increase the row height, now our shape size stayed the same. But if I add a column or a row, the button will move with the rows or columns that we add or delete. So I'm going to undo those actions. And if you don't want your button to move at all, you can come back to the Properties window and select Don't Move or Size with Cells. So no matter what we do, if we come in here and add rows or columns, the button will not move. And one of the last properties I want to talk about is the print object. So as of right now, if we come up to File, Print, our shape shows up on our print preview. So if I come back and deselect this print object and then go back to File, Print, now our shape does not show up on our print preview. Therefore, it will not print. So those are some basic formatting options that we can apply to our images and shapes that we insert into our spreadsheet to make our spreadsheet a little bit more presentable and to help draw users' attention to certain areas within our worksheet.